Hey everyone, welcome to Let's Talk, the series where I say, hey everyone, welcome to Let's Talk. Your friendly neighborhood Birdman here, and today we're talking Toy Story 4. Okay, where to even start? The beginning's always a good place to start, I've found. Good idea, FB. From the top. Toy Story 4 is obviously the fourth installment in the adventure franchise that kicked off fully CG animated films. This story centers around Woody and the gang who, after Toy Story 3, belong to Bonnie, a 5-year-old who really loves and cares for the toys. All except for Woody, who she leaves in the closet most of the time. On her first day of kindergarten, she creates Forky, a sentient spork made from trash who kind of wants to remain trash. Along the way, Bonnie loses Forky and Woody takes it upon himself to retrieve Forky for Bonnie, and now we got a movie. This being the fourth film in this franchise, I went into this not really expecting too much, especially after being somewhat disappointed with Toy Story 3 and obviously loving the first two films. And let me tell you, I don't know if it was my slightly lowered expectations, but this film was absolutely incredible. Pixar, you guys are wizards. Most of the cast returns to voice the original characters with notable exceptions like the late Jim Varney and Don Rickles. They've also added some serious star power to the ensemble such as Christina Hendricks and freaking Keanu Reeves. Doesn't it seem like Reeves is in everything these days? Not that I'm complaining because the man is killing it in everything, and this film was no exception. Tony Hale, Keegan Michael Key, and Jordan Peele will have you dying with laughter in this film. This is the funniest Toy Story yet. I mean, I don't think I laughed harder in a Marvel film, and yeah, that includes Ant-Man and Thor Ragnarok. Seriously, I don't think there was a joke that didn't land, and this film is filled with meta humor and even some dark jokes. Plot-wise, I think the film isn't as tight as the original Toy Story, and that's because there are many times the film starts and stops. The film gives you the feeling like, hey, we're about to conclude this plot thread, and then the film throws another monkey wrench into the plan. This happened at least 3 times by my count, and while it doesn't break the film, I think that it does slow its momentum each time it happens. This isn't to say that the plot isn't good though, as the film explores some really heavy themes such as what it means to feel loved versus what it means to feel useless. I felt the film handled this concept with extreme tact, and I was totally invested in what was going on and what motivated the characters. Speaking of the characters, Woody is just great. He's like the caring uncle that will take you to get an ice cream and tell you everything will be okay. Tom Hanks is just so warm and loving, and you really care about Woody and what he's trying to do. As I mentioned earlier, Tony Hale as Forky is a major source of comedy in this film. He starts out slightly annoying at the beginning, in a comical way, but near the middle of the film, you get what they're going for, and he's freaking hilarious. Big shout out to Bo Peep though. She has a huge part to play in the story, and I love that her character is expanded upon. She could be looked at as the deuteragonist of this film, and it was a nice breath of fresh air from Woody getting all the spotlight. And here's one of the problems with the characters. Buzz Lightyear. He totally felt like an afterthought in this film, and as a Buzz fan, that disappointed me. He's not that important to the story, and personally, in a Toy Story film, I want Woody and Buzz to be the main focus. Unfortunately, Buzz kind of gets left on the back burner in this film. Don't get me wrong, he has his moments, and Tim Allen still does a wonderful job with the character. But this is definitely a Woody and Bo Peep story, and with all the other characters in this film, someone had to take a back seat. Unfortunately for me, it was Buzz. The visuals in this film are stunning. There were moments in this film that looked photorealistic, almost as if they superimposed the CGI characters on a real background. Pixar has come an incredibly long way from 1995. I mean, Toy Story was a visual masterpiece in its day, and this film blows it completely out of the water. Toy Story 1 might as well be stick figures in comparison. One last thing, this film will give you all the feels. All of them. I had a row all to myself and every seat behind me was filled. When I say near the middle and end of the movie, everyone behind me was bawling, I want you to understand that I mean everyone. I'm so glad I had the row to myself because I ugly cried. Yeah, I'm a 30-year-old man that cried in a children's movie. Nope, I'm not even ashamed. Because I think that anyone that has grown up with these films like I have will cry too. Not even the death of Iron Man got me that bad. And the way this film ends, let's just say bring the Kleenex. N.A. Thanks for watching this episode of Let's Talk. Have you seen Toy Story 4? What did you think about it? I'm really interested in hearing what others have to say and see if people felt the same as I did. I was legitimately touched by this film, and that's difficult to do considering how jaded I am. Anyway, this has been your friendly neighborhood Birdman. To infinity and beyond.